Hi everyone, my name is Kelly and I'm a volunteer with Appalachian Wildlife Refuge, and today on Tuesday Tales I'm coming to you live from the coast of Maine in our Atlantic Ocean. It's actually July 4th, so I'm going to throw in an extra trivia question at the end of our story today. Don't forget to follow us on any or all of our social media platforms. And I'm going to read the book today of Orca Song, and it's from the Smithsonian Oceanic Collection. These are gorgeous books. I am a teacher and I have a class set of these, and it's great for guided reading. Comes with facts as well as a story, so it's both nonfiction and fiction book. And don't forget, at the end of today's Tuesday Tales, I'm going to reveal last week's answer. It's a little breezy, so I'm hoping this will go pretty well. A rosy sun settles over the sea. A dusk wind dances up the waves, and the moon climbs out of the Olympic Mountains, and 8 orca whales come leaping up the Washington coast. Stories are told that 50 million years ago, ancestors of the orca whale walked upon the land on all fours, but they so loved the water that they gave up their hands and their legs to have fins and tail flukes. Now orca is the greatest and most powerful hunter in all the oceans of the world. The leader of the pod is called the bull orca, and he echolocates. By sending vibrating sounds to the water, he can locate and tell the nature of objects far beyond his sight. He finds a school of salmon circling within a fisherman's nets. It's a familiar practice. The whole pod will slip into the nets to feed and then escape before the fishermen notice. Splashing and singing at the rear of the group, not at all like a hunter orca, the pup. The bull orca suddenly turns the pod toward the nets. He and the herd speed to the noisy, splashing salmon. Just at that moment, Pup turns the opposite way, towards a juicy salmon nearby. As Pup's great jaws open to snatch his catch, a storm of fishing boats close in on the whales. Bull orca wheels around and the pod races for safety. Pup moves to join them, but he can't. His dorsal fin is caught in a sunken, abandoned cargo net. Pup wriggles and squirms. He bucks and thrashes. The net only gets tighter. Then he lies still, nearly out of breath, too weak to call out. Above him, the rumbling of the boats grows fainter as they move away. Pup hears his mother calling him. He's only 5, and he's never been more than 100 yards from her. But her voice, like the others, soon fades. In the watery silence, the sunlight begins to disappear. Pup must have air. He must join his family. He tries one last time to break free. The muscles along his back tighten. His 4-foot tail flukes strike downward. His sharp teeth cut sideways. At last, the net's mesh snaps. His 3-ton body rockets towards the surface. He is free. Air! The night air rushes to his blowhole. His lungs feel like balloons, but the fight has tired him. Alone and exhausted, Pup drifts half asleep through the lonely moonlit seas, closer and closer to land. From the shadowy hills nearby, ancient totem poles rise to the stars. For centuries, Native Americans along the western coast carved totems that celebrated the orca's brave hunting skills. But unseen by Pup, the totems slide by as the moon goes out of the sky. Dawn breaks. Pup awakes, feeling the sun's growing heat on his back. Unaware, he's drifted to the shore and becomes stuck in a shallow pool of water. The waves must have pushed him here in the night. The outgoing tide has left a sandbar between him and the sea where he belongs. No whale can endure so much direct sun, and the sun is still rising. Pup has grown to understand the meanings of many sounds in the sea, yet surrounding him now are strange voices. Along his back he feels many soft, tickling sensations. Suddenly he's being moved. Something is pushing him through the rising water of the incoming tide, pushing him back to the sea, back to the cold, back to life. Oops, sorry. He takes a grateful gulp of air and dives down past the dark underwater caverns, down past the fluttering kelp beds. This cold water cools his body. Pup begins to echolocate. He finds a school of herring and races for it. But Pup is young and inexperienced. All the fish hear him coming, and they scatter. Still alone and looking for his family, Pup sees 3 humpback whales rise up out of the hidden valleys of the undersea. Their slow whistling songs are different than the songs that his family uses. But within the notes, as if from a far-off world, Pup hears another, more urgent song, the Orca Song. Pup turns and drives his sleek body toward the surface. He breaks out of the water in a skybound spiral. He lands with a tail-whopping splash that can be heard clear to the mountains of the Olympic Peninsula. He looks for signs, a fin, a fluke, any signs along the coast. And then, silhouetted against the sunset, Pup sees them. 7 whales, his own very family, rising out of the waves, coming for him. They've not left him. They've come back. Their songs of happiness race before them like ribbons of joy. Once again, Orca, the pup, is home again. And at the back of the book, there's a little bit of additional information about the orca, glossary, and some key facts. So last week's Tuesday Tales trivia question was, what is the rarest bird that we have seen at our facility in North Carolina? And the answer to that is the indigo bunting. This week's Tuesday Tales trivia question, which you're going to put your guesses below, are what were the top three mammals that we helped rehabilitate in 2019 at our facility? What were the 3 mammals that we helped the most at our facility? We'll have the answer to that next week, but my little special trivia question is, or just a question, also you can comment below. As this is July 4th, I'd like to know what your favorite refreshing summer beverage is. Mine is unsweetened iced tea. I know that many of you probably like your sweetened iced tea, but I do enjoy unsweetened iced tea with some lemon. So I hope you share your guesses on the top 3 mammals below, and also what your favorite refreshing beverage is for the summer. We'll see you next week at next week's Tuesday Tales.